As the calendar flips, so does the mindset of every team in the NPHL. It's either time to start making the push to take over first in their respective division, or is it time for a mid-range club to begin their climb into the better position for the playoffs, or a club to finally climb out of the basement and make their last second push. Either way, it's a very exciting time of year for every team in the NPHL. There is still one interruption before the playoffs, and that's the All-Star Game. For Madawaska Valley, they do not have to worry about this distraction because none of their players were available to participate in the mid-season classic, even though they really wanted to represent their club. Honorable mentions go to Kelly Summers, who, as a defenseman, is averaging 2.8 points per game. He's right now leading the charge on the back end and is a terrific leader for the Madawaska Valley Wolves. Jared Stay, also averaging 2.8 points a game. 14 goals, which puts him in the top 10 in goals in the entire league. He contributes offensively every game, but is also very responsible on the back end. Blake Menard, who is new to the Wolves and has made a massive impression on the organization and fans with his speed and talents, he could have easily made the All-Star Game. Cody McNaughton, another new player to the team who's cemented himself as a very important part of the push to the ultimate prize. He's tough defensively, but he is an offensive juggernaut. He always finds a way to ignite his team and come up with a big play when the chips are down. He adds that extra gear, which is much needed at times. Ethan Pegg is a water bug out there. He's the guy who messes up the opposition's offensive push, and with his defensive IQ, but his offensive smarts adds to an already potent hockey club. The Bobby Orr-like play style of Devin Campbell puts him on another level and completes this defensive core and makes them like no other in the league. His speed through the neutral zone creates havoc on the opposition. He can go end-to-end and put a shot on net and make it back to his own zone before his opponents can get a shot on goal. He's definitely a special talent. The goaltending has been a tandem. Ethan Lipinski has played the bulk of the games and has always been stellar, while Sean Green has a record of 3-1 with a .348 goals against average and an .897 save percentage, and most recently beat the powerful Manotick Mariners. There have been some special twosomes in hockey history in the Barry's Bay Wolves, and these two fit the bill. When you have quality goalies, you can focus more on playing your game instead of being hyper-focused on not allowing a shot. These are just a few of the guys for the Wolves that can be at the All-Star festivities, and I wanted to give them a shout-out to give them the exposure they so deserve. But here at the Wolves Den, individual accolades are not what they are about. They play with a pack mentality, and together they make up a family-type atmosphere. But I like to give credit where credit is due. But I don't want to leave anyone out, so in closing, this team is made up of some special players, and together they create a team that has everything they need to make a serious run for the NPHL championship, and their entire focus is on the ultimate prize. For their club, for their players, for their fans, and for their community. Hello everyone, and welcome again to Northern Premier Hockey League Central as the Manotick Mariners, my goodness, Madawaska Valley Wolves take on the South Stormont Mustangs here at the Paul Yakabuski Arena. I'm Billy Bowl, who'll be doing your play-by-play for the evening, and my son James Bowl and trusted colleague will be behind the camera doing all the technical aspects you will see this evening, and it should be a good one. These two teams have only met each other once prior to tonight's game, and it was the South Stormont Mustangs who got the better of Barry's Bay in that game. But it was a great tilt, and since then both clubs have really tried to find their foothold and try and figure out exactly where they stand when the playoffs come. For South Stormont, they have always been a challenge in their respective division and in their conference. They battle the North Dundas Rockets for the top of the standings every season. This year, it's been win-loss for them, which is not at all where they want to be by the end of the season. So you can bet their last 6 games in the season are going to be something that you definitely want to be a part of. And Madawaska Valley will have their hands full tonight with South Stormont. At the other end of the ice, the Barry's Bay Wolves. On home ice, they have been absolutely incredible. Very close to being perfect. Their record on home ice is just absolutely outstanding, going 9-1 last season, 4-0 in the playoffs, and repeating that the season before, 9-1. And this year, they are unbeaten in their home arena, which gives them that really nice, almost like a cheat code mentality as they sit right now at 5-0 at home. They're cemented nicely in third place, 10 points ahead of Pregame Falls and 4 points ahead of the Shawville Pontiacs, who got the better of Barry's Bay last night in a really, really good game. The game ended in an 8-5 Shawville victory. Shawville improves to 9-3-0. Ruda with a goal and 3 assists, and Brennan with 3 goals and assists for the Pontiacs. Campbell with a goal and 2 assists. Jared Stay and Blake Menard with a goal and an assist on the night, and Bolton and McDade added goals of their own. So we might as well do the finals from Friday night's tilts. The Smith Falls Ritos won 13-0 over Tamworth, and that improves their record to 13-1 on the season. And the South Stormont Mustangs were in action last night as well, as they toppled the Pregame Falls Rapids 9-3. Duncan Campbell, 2 goals and an assist. Caden Bryan and Mark Beckstead with a goal and an assist, 2 goals apiece for Brendan Jacome and Isaac Barr. And Levi Mitchell stopped 28 of 31 shots in the victory. The Woodstock Lakers were down by the Six Nation Ironmen 9-5, and the Strathroy Jets blanked the Orangeville Blitz 5-0. You know, the Blitz come up with 20 shots in that third period. As you can tell, they did not give up in that game. They were unable to beat the goalie. So that is your Friday night fiesta, and there's already been a few finals tonight already. The North Dundas Rockets beating the Akwesasne Wild 6-2. Thomas Vesna and Matthew Saborin with a goal and assist for Vesna and a goal for Matthew. Tanner Williams, Mitchell Gibson, Fabian Walsh, and Chris Kucherik with a goal and an assist, 2 assists for Dean Bevels and Mike Bird. And in that 13-1, also Adam Duchesne with 25 of 27 saves. Tate Leeson with a goal and 2 assists in that 13-1 win for Smith Falls. Reed Russet, Witzel, Nevins, Boisclair, all with a goal, and Michael Hansen with the lone goal for Westport. And in the North Dundas game as well, Brady McEwen with 40 saves on 41 shots, so 42 shots. So he was a busy. No, sorry, that was for the Smith Falls game. I had written down a whole bunch of stuff here, and they got a little mixed up. McEwen was for Smith Falls. He stopped 40 of 41 on the evening, so he was incredibly busy. The night before, Dallas Slack getting a shutout. I think they had 11 or 13 shots on goal in that game. And your goaltenders tonight, I haven't been given the card, but my assumption is that Ethan Lipinski will be the goalie of record for Barry's Bay, but I'm not sure if that's Van Schubert net there just a second ago for Barry's Bay. But beautiful set of equipment on him. And for South Stormont, might be Levi Mitchell again, but I haven't got the final tally on that one, but hopefully we'll have that before game time. And just to give you a little update, Dimitri Pelikos 3-4-0, 556 goals against, 867 save percentage for South Stormont. Levi Mitchell 3-1-0, 494 goals against, 875 save percentage. And for Barry's Bay, Lipinski 5-3-0, 467 goals against, 869 save percentage. Sean Green 3-1-0, 348 against average, and an 897 save percentage. We treated to an awesome game here tonight, as always, from Paul Yakubuski, and we wanted to give out a special thanks to the Barry's Bay Wolves, James and I, for their invite to their big Christmas party last weekend. It was an incredible affair. Some live music and dancing. It was beautiful. And we also, just as we were leaving, got a nice little treat. More than half the team came over and had a photo taken with us just as we were heading out, and that really meant a lot. And I just wanted to say thanks to Maggie and Robin and Kelly, Andrew, and everybody here in Madawaska Valley. We appreciate it so much. Your welcoming attitude and your family-like atmosphere really is infectious, and we really appreciate it. I want to give you an update on the previous games for Barry's Bay and South Stormont. For South Stormont, like I say, it's been back and forth. A loss to the Mariners 8-3, a win over the Rivermen 7-1, a loss to the Wild 9-5, and the Rockets 7-5. Then they beat the Pontiac 6-5, lost to the Rockets 11-5, and then 5-3. And then the Mustangs beat the Rivermen 10-2, and of course 9-3 last night over Pogger Falls. For Barry's Bay, it's been a little bit of a different story. They're 7-2-0 over their last 9 games. 5-2 win over the Rivermen, 9-1 over the Rapids. Then they dropped one to the Pontiacs 5-4. They beat the Wild 4-2, lost the Mariners 8-3, beat the Rangers 8-3, and the Rapids 9-4, and the Wild 10-3, and then they beat the Mariners 7-5 in our last game that we had here on NPHL Central. Ethan Pegg, he's on a 9-game point streak now. Jared Stay, 13 points in his last 4 games. 7 of those were goals. Blake Menard, 8 points in his last 5 games. Kelly Summers, 7 goals in his last 5 games as a defenseman. And get this, 19 points in 6 games. Unbelievable. Barry's Bay plays the Rockets twice, Iron Pryor twice, Shawville twice, and the South Grenville Rangers before the season is over. So Stormont plays the Wild, the Mariners, the Wild twice actually, the Mariners and the Rapids before they wrap up their season. So a lot of jockeying for position as this season gets near the playoff time. And so Stormont, as I said, right now are tied with Madawaska Valley with 3 games in hand, as Barry's Bay is 8 wins and 4 losses. And so Stormont has 8 wins and 3 losses, but they are tied right now with 16 points apiece. They're separated from North Dundas by 8 points. Madawaska Valley is now 4 points behind Shawville. They would have really loved to got a W last night against the Pontiacs. Tonight they could have tied them at 20 points, but they still have a game in hand over Shawville, so it's really heating up over there. Leaders of your divisions: North Dundas Rockets at 12-1. The Manotick Mariners 12-1 as well, identical records in games played. Goals for 101, 102 in favor of North Dundas. The goals against 39, Manotick 43, North Dundas. Those 2 teams are so close, it's crazy. The Smith Falls Ritos improved to 15-1, I'm pretty sure, after today's game. I only say pretty sure because when I was looking, the game hadn't actually ended yet. They lead Tweed by a total of 9 points. 11 right now after this game tonight is final. And Deserano sitting at 10-3-0 ahead of Durham by 3 points in the standings in the Highlands. So they'll clear the ice. And James has the Manotick versus the Barry's Bay Wolves game from last weekend. Do we have 3 videos for today? Just 2? Okay, so we're going to do the Manotick Barry's Bay game in the pregame intermission between pregame and the first period. We're going to do it again in the first period because I don't know if you can see it on your thing, but there's only a few people that are in for the pregame, and we don't want anyone to miss that game. So we'll do that in the first intermission as well. And then our game in the second intermission will be the Rangers and the Barry's Bay Wolves. And that was another game that we had on hand. We'll give you the highlights that James put together for us. We hope you're enjoying it. Hello, Marty and Jamie. Hope you're getting ready for a great game here from the Paul Yakubuski Arena. It's always a great tilt when the Wolves are in town, but when we're bringing it to you from the NPHL Central, it adds just that much more of a kick. So we might as well take the moment, and as they clear the arena, we'll send it to that highlight film of the Barry's Bay Wolves and the Manotick Mariners. It was an epic battle between 2 great clubs, and Manotick before this game were unbeaten, and I'll let you see how the final score transpired if you didn't see it already. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Stay right with us. We'll be right back. Defensive play and an unselfish one to take him down and take the 2 minutes. That's chipped back to the blue line. Summers pinches in. Manotick rolls over his tape, sent off the glass and down the ice. Campbell back. Campbell, Kelly Summers, McDade, McKenzie, and Lapine out for Barry's Bay. Lapine What a toe drag. Drop pass to Summers. Shoots. Scores! What a play. What a shot. And what a goal. And you can hear it. This crowd appreciates that one. What a pass. And Kelly Summers nets it. It's 1-0 Wolves. Ball in through the blue line. Sent to the blue line. And out. Coming through is quick. Cody McNaughton. Scored! Cody McNaughton! The goal wasn't even called yet for Kelly Summers. And Cody McNaughton with great speed on the left side pops it home. And it's 2-0 Barry's Bay to give him the hit and then try and poke check the puck away from Giacobbe as he was going towards the net. That's why he's considered one of the best in the league and one of the best captains as well. Across that blue line. Nice move in. Shot redirected and they score! Brett McKenzie from Owen McDade, and they're up 3-0 early on in this one. Lapine at the drop. And that's won by Ryan Lau to Renault. Skating through center, Dennison with good speed. There's Campbell to the corner. Nice play to get that. Slot, shoots and scores! Jonathan Sear on a turnover out in front, fires it upside, and Manitic makes it 3-1. So don't go anywhere. Back, picked off through the neutral zone quickly. And a chance, scores! Great teams respond, and that's exactly what the Wolves did. Picking off that pass, and Cody McNaughton with his second of the night. Knocks the puck off a Sears stick. Having a little jousting match there with John Sear. Renault sends it into the corner. Devin Campbell, as that took a weird hop. It's knocked down, but it's going in on a breakaway. Coming in is Peg. Scores! Ethan Peg fires it far side, and they're up 5-1 now. What a shot, and what a goal. They got to keep rolling. Manitic as a team, as we saw last weekend, they can come back from big deficits. Dennison couldn't get the puck to settle down, and McDade was there, and there's going to be an interference penalty to around him in front of the net. Backhand chance, turns to the point, the shot, and he scores! Dennison from the top of the circle rifled it, and it's now 5-2 for the Wolves. Back to the point, and a shot, and he fired it up over the net. Chipped it to the blue line. Campbell will go up 31 feet in the air, and it comes back down to John Sear. Barrett, Sear, scored! Short side. Connor Barrett. And something must have happened in front of that net. Things are starting to get scrappy. And in, crossover, and flip towards the net. Sent around to the far corner, and Sinclair will chip it along the wall. That's a long way over to McDade. He can't get there in time. Dennison through the center ice area. Shot, scored! Ryan Lau picks the far side, and the Mariners make it 5-4. Face off, 1 to the Mariners. Sent back to the other side, and it'll be Enright to pinch in. Along the wall and out. Two of them scamper through center. Pass over. Lau. Scored! Ryan Lau ripped it top shelf. And Manitic has tied it 5-5. They've come all the way back on Sear. Sent way up ice to Lapine. The drop pass now to Summers. Drop pass again to Bolton. Shot through a screen. Bolton will stay with it. The puck is loose. Chance again. And it's, where is it? Sent in front of the net. Scores! The Barry's Bay Wolves
fought like dogs to get that one back, and it's 6-5 Barry's Bay. Can you believe it? The pack mentality works in their favor, and Barry's Bay has taken the lead with 8:05 remaining here in the third. 6-5, and Manotick wants an explanation. I couldn't see really what was going on. The puck seemed like it had died, and it also looked like there was going to be a whistle, but it was still loose. The puck didn't come off the pegs, and I think they're wondering why there wasn't a whistle when Riley was down. They might have wanted a whistle because their goalie was hurt, but he's still in the game, and we have a 6-5 lead for the goalie is pulled. Here we go. An extra skater on the ice for Manotick. Campbell and Summers in their zone. Flip down the ice. He scores! Kelly Summers! What a goal, and a big one. It's hard to find an empty netter bigger than that. Turns in his own zone, 200 feet away from his own net, and fires home the goal to give him a 2-goal lead. Unbelievable.
From Wilno to Cumbermere, all eyes are on the Wolves as they get set for their final push for the playoffs. East of Madawaska Valley, there are other counties rooting for their favorite team, the Mustangs. Glengarry and Dundas are looking to see their dominance that they've come to know out of South Stormont hockey. This season, they have gone back and forth with wins and losses and have not hit their stride as of yet. With 5 games remaining in the season, there is still time to make their noise in the NPHL and become the feared hockey club that pumped for any game that you're ready to play. And it just adds to the advantage that Barry's Bay has here on their home ice as they'll face off against the South Stormont Mustangs. Braden Van Schubert will be in net for Barry's Bay. Levi Mitchell for the South Stormont Mustangs. It's going to be an epic battle in front of a great crowd. And we're going to have Maddie and Camille McLean here to do O Canada, folks. So before we get to the battle, let's send it down to ringside for the national anthem for our O Canada. Maddie and Camille McLean, here next.
Join the McLean sisters, Maddie and Camille, for tonight's O Canada.
Another beautiful rendition of our O Canada. Hello everyone, it's NPHL Central again with James Bull behind the camera doing all the technical aspects you'll see tonight. Myself, Billy Bull, doing the play-by-play for you. Maddie and Camille McLean did an excellent job on our O Canada, great job indeed. And we have a stage set for the ages. Van Schubert, it's his first game of the season and he will be in nets for the Barry's Bay Wolves. At the other end of the ice, Levi Mitchell, 3-1-0 with a .494 goals against and an .875 save percentage. He has been absolutely terrific for South Stormont. When they have needed him, he has been there. And we are underway. Sending it in is Stay up and over the net. Barry's Bay trying to hem them in early. That's up over the glass and out of play. Van Schubert last season 3-2-0 with a .361 goals against and a sparkling .906 save percentage. And in the playoffs, he was 2-1 with a .401 goals against and a .904 save percentage. He is not kidding around with his gameplay. Let me tell you, folks, he is ready to roll. In behind the net and out through to Mark Beckstead, sent through the center ice. That's picked off by Kelly Summers. Sent into the zone. Racing in after that one was Hope. To the blue line and out. Running after that one is Jacome. He can't get there. Quentin Rook hitting the corner, and that's sent around to the near wall. McKenzie tried to get there first, and it's knocked off his stick, and they battle in behind the net. Beckstead looking back to the point. It's not open. He's trying to get himself into position. Lee Dyna tried to push off 3 Barry's Bay Wolves to get to the net. He was thwarted just as he looked to make his last play. Chipped off the wall by McDade, and it's sent down the ice. Oh, and they are not going to get the line change that they wanted. Notable mention, Andrew McDonald, 16 after a broken hand. His first game back in the lineup after defending Devin Campbell and hitting the corner. He come to his aid and put a good thumping on whoever it was. Broke his hand in the process. Cody McNaughton was hoping that he could sneak on there. And I think he thought that the change was made ahead of time. Back to the blue line. That's sent through, blocked. It's sent to the line, and it's kept in. Bolton will receive that pass and take the hit along the wall there by Conning. Good lift there as McNaughton does come onto the ice. Featured in our opening through the neutral zone. That pass will get down low. Campbell send it down to Sills. Sills back to the blue line. Stopped to the point, shot through, blocked. Bolton will finally, oh no, he's must have had fresh leg. That pass over connects. The shot stopped by Mitchell. McNaughton tried to back it out of the air and couldn't get it. The shot through and he just missed it short side, back to the point. Trying to set it up, Menard. The shot deflected up over the net and right along the wall. That's chopped at in the feet. Every player looking for that puck, and South Stormont will bring it out to the neutral zone. Campbell sends it on goal, and Van Schubert makes his first save of the 2026 season. Nice hard pass, touch pass over now. Stay across the line, the drop pass to McDonald in his feet. And back to the blue line, and South Stormont will get it out to center. Bryant sent it across ice. South Stormont in their own zone will try and get it out. That hits a leg, and Carbino will go back behind his own net and send it around the wall and see if they can get out this time. Knocked down, the sift pass over. So Stormont looking to come in with this one. Lalonde, he's knocked down there hard. Tried to send it rink wide. Good play there by Rook, but he can't bring it down. Sends into the slot there. Chance across to Isaac Barr, and he'll fire it. Deflected in behind the net. Sent to the corner. McDonald sends it back around. It'll get to the blue line to Clement. Bring it in. Shoots it towards the net. It goes back to the blue line. Carbino behind the net. Gets his stick lifted twice. This time it works. It's Ryan Lapine sends it around the far side. Along the wall and out to center ice. Clement backpedals into his own zone, and they'll look to get a wholesale change on both sides. Mitchell playing that over to Mark Beckstead neatly. Jacombe to his right, streaking in, but Beckstead will go through center across the line. Look for the drop pass, faked it, throws it in behind the net. Jacombe throws it back to the blue line. A rip shot through, up and over the net by Poirier. Back around to the other side, drop back to the point by Jacombe. The shot through, looking for a redirect in front. That maze of players. Shot through again, stopped by, what a great glove save! Van Schubert comes up with a beauty glove on that one and keeps it 0-0. Welcome back, Van Schubert. What a beauty save that was. Have to get that in the highlight package after the game. The draw one into the corner. Kelly Summers. Second shift, 4 minutes in. Up and in across the blue line for McKenzie. Ripped a shot. That stung. Guaranteed that hit just above the skate. Kevin Holt. It's a 2-on-1 breaking out. Walking in the shot. And what another beauty glove save by Van Schubert again. He's got the glove working tonight, let me tell you. Holy Dinah indeed. Now, Lipinski played last night. Van Schubert in tonight. They've got 3 excellent goalies because they got Sean Green as well. Kelly Summers behind his own net, trying to get his mates going. A little sit pass over to McKenzie. Drills it in around, and that's going to get there for Levi Mitchell. He'll send it on the boards. A bouncing puck comes right out in front of the net for Jared Stay. Just couldn't get the handle on that one. That's going to be in. We'll have a dead puck again. I didn't see exactly what happened there. I think it went in. Offside. I got Bolton, McNaught. Still Summers out there. It's like Enright on the right side. Might be Menard, not Summers to my left. Sent all the way down. And it's not going to be an icing. Van Schubert come out to play it. The blue line and out. Hopped over stick, but it gets behind enemy lines. Not going in after it. Pushed up against the wall there. Bolton trying to go after it. Another quick play there by Peg, but so Stormont will send it up the middle of the ice, and the shot through. And Mitchell kicks out the pad. Make the save on that one. To the mid-ice area. Chipped by him, and Barry's Bay will retain the puck. Nice play up. McNaughton at the end of a long shift. Trying to go around his man. He'll send it back to the blue line. Shots deflected away. And the Mustangs will skate through center, cross the line, trying to do the old dipsy doodle on Quentin Rook, but he'll have none of that. Into the corner and along the wall and out through center. Ben Harris. Last weekend, nice move. Last weekend he had 2 huge hits to start the game as Barry's Bay come out a little flat-footed, and it got the guys going into the slot, and a stop by Mitchell. And that's steered away from the danger area by Yannick Lalonde. Along the half wall, boarded there. McDonald stops up, sends it into the slot, and a chance for Sinclair. The rebound. 2 nice saves by Mitchell. To the blue line, sent back towards the net by Rook. Harris in his feet trying to find it. Rook realized that quickly. The puck squirted loose, keeps the blue line. Sent up, and he was looking for a high stick even to kill the play. That's knocked into the corner. Lalonde. Big dude. Got a stave off the attack there by Menard. Menard, the pass over. Sent up the other way for Barry's Bay. So Stormont being hemmed in behind their own net here, trying to move it out. Along the wall. The Mustangs complete a pass that sends them all the way into the Wolves zone. Chance across the line, the sift pass into the slot, and a great back check by Lapine. Looking into the slot area. 4 guys down low. That hits a stick and goes up over the net. Flipped around the wall. Isaac Barr, he'll be at the All-Star game. Rumleski had a huge fight last weekend with Manitic. Skluche snapped on net. He's going to make the save and hold on to that one for the face-off. Always a great crowd here in Manitic. Flipped off the glass and down. Beckstead just out of the reach of him. Chance now again for South Stormont. 2 of them in the slot, and a pass over right on the doorstep, and Van Schubert with his 3rd huge save. And we are 8 minutes into this one. Barry's Bay better get the motor running. South Stormont, as I said in the opening, they are looking in their last 5 games to put themselves at 13-7 on the season. That would be a good marker for them. They're a club, like I say, that the only team they really had a hard time with in any season was North Dundas. The rest, I mean, it's not like they were easy games, but they were the better team on most nights. And their rivals, North Dundas, I think they've won every game against them this year. And South Stormont is looking to redeem that before the playoffs come along. Beckstead put that on net. Van Schubert will make the save, and he'll hold on for the whistle. Hello, Cheryl. Glad you're enjoying it. We're excited to be here. Great clubs. Cross division rivals sent around to the other side. One from the Frontier, the other from the Pioneer. Behind the net it goes. Levi Mitchell likes to play that puck. Trying to get through center. Sills will gain the line. The pass over. The redirected pass just went wide of the net. McNaughton, a hard pass through center. Peg tried to get by him. Menard jumping up in the rush. He looks like a forward up there, let me tell you. The offensive wizardry of number 22. Bolton was in his feet and he looked up. See the train coming. EDD pass up to the red line, and McNaughton, he'll send that over to Harris. It's going to be an offside, and they'll blow the play dead. 10:22 to go here in the first period. Looking for our first goal. We got to fight. McNaughton. And it's Connor Sills. Cody McNaughton, known for his goal scoring ability, but I'll tell you, he's throwing some good ones here. That's that left hand holding on to McNaughton. And Sills giving it to him. McNaughton giving it right back. And a good tilt all around. They should be, that is the way to get a game going. Trying to spark his club. Last weekend it was Ben Harris. This weekend it's McNaughton, Cody McNaughton. He's got 9 goals and 10 assists on the season, but 24 penalty minutes. Definitely a guy that they don't want in the box, but they definitely want something like that to spark them. Connor Sills, 5 goals and 4 assists, and he has 16 minutes in penalties this season. So not 2 guys that either side wants in the box, but somebody's got to get these guys going. For Barry's Bay, it looks like South Stormont's come out with some bigger in this one. What a start to this one, folks. 2 teams, they don't play each other a ton throughout the regular season, but when they do, they give it their all. Yes, indeed. The game just started in a fight. It's almost like the Canadians and the Maple Leafs, or the Battle of Alberta. Drop back. Isaac Barr turns back. He is definitely a guy you do not want to let loose. That pass through center is picked off and brought back in his own zone by Sinclair. He's tripped up, and that's going to be a penalty to the South Stormont Mustangs. 83% penalty kill for South Stormont and a 18% power play. I was talking to Andrew prior to the game. He was saying that they really want to get their power play going, and I was just explaining to him that your penalty killing is, or your 5-on-5 has got to be absolutely amazing with the amount of goals that you guys score, and most of them are not on the power play. A lot of rough stuff going on in this game early on, and I don't think it's going to stop. The draw is 1 for the Wolves. McKenzie back to Enright. They got Summers on the right. And even farther right is Jared Stay. Back to Kelly Summers. They're setting up nicely. Man in front of the net. Down low now. Trying to walk out. And a great save. The rebound. Levi with 2 great saves. And he keeps the puck out. And Schubert in behind the net. Leave that there for Kelly Summers. That's center ice there. It's McDade. That pass over now. Great speed by Enright. Gets behind the man, looking out front. The bouncing puck forces him to play to McDade, and he makes a nifty play back to Stay. McDade back to Jared Stay, looking for an opening. He'll go over to Summers. He's got a shot, and it hits a leg, goes up and out of play, and we'll blow it down in a minute. 12 remaining here in the power play. 9-10 remaining in the period. Excellent hockey game thus far. I do not see that changing. Tied in the standings and points in their respective conferences. Back, Enright over to Summers. They will set it up. Summers to Stay, down low. Back to Stay, to Summers. Stay is looking for a shot, and he's got a chance. Ripped it, scores! Jared Stay, every time he shoots, it seems to go in. The power play is rocking now. It's 1-0, Barry's Bay. Well, the setup was nice. They got everybody moving. The huge thing I found on that one was the screen in front. There was a lot of guys in front of the net creating traffic, and that's what results in the goal. You take the eyes away from the keeper, and it's hard for him to make the save if he can't see it. And Barry's Bay, a rare power play goal. Maybe the coaching staff and the boys really talked about it prior to the game. Got to convert on your power plays. Sitting at about a 1 for 5 per game power play numbers, and that is not indicative of what this club can possess offensively. So nice to see them getting it going, and hopefully they can keep it going before the playoffs. Pass off the wall and trying to get out through center. He's controlled there. Knocked down across the blue line and in. Trying to come in is Laurent, but he can't complete it. Nice pass over. Backdoor, and he just went too far. Was Jordan Laurent. That's out through center. Pass over. Great chance. What a save by Van Schubert again. Calm, cool, and collective inside that crease. The blue line. Trying to move it out is Sinclair. A high stick caught him up in the mouth, and that is going to be a 2-minute as Menard went down. Barry's Bay will go back to the power play. And Aaron's stick caught him. Extra attacker is out. They skate out through center. Headman pass to McDade. Across the blue line, and that is going to blow the play dead. And Barry's Bay will go back to the power play on a high stick. Menard caught it up in the chin, checking to see if there was any blood. There is not, so it'll be just a 2. And we'll go back to the extra man. Enright, Summers at the point. Back from Stay. He'll look to get that pass across to him. Coming back the other way now is Jacome. Nice move to try and go around Summers, but he blew a tire. He's in behind the net now. Summers over to Jared Stay. Stay looking up to McKenzie, but he'll drop that back to Summers. Over to Jared Stay, out of his reach, and that is going to be a whistle. Stay now with 16 goals on the season. Summers with his 17 assists on the season, climbing those leaderboards. Face off to the right, Bradley Van Schubert. That's 1 for South Stormont. Go all the way back into the Mustang zone, and they'll knife that 200 feet. Van Schubert comes out to play it. Just throw that over to Enright. Enright being heckled there by Beckstead. Stay through center, cross the blue line, and in. Drop pass to Enright. Enright around Isaac Barr. He throws it in behind the net. That's picked off, and that's sent 200 feet. The first half of the power play is over. Van Schubert. Pass over, making sure that it wasn't too many men on the ice. A smart play by Cole Bolton, and that's going to be blown dead offside. The thing for Barry's Bay that they got that offside there is looked a little hectic coming in over the blue line, and they'll take the offside and move it just outside the blue line. Stay with us, folks. We'll have the out-of-town scoreboard in the first intermission after the replay. The chance here now, an opportunity, a good hook, but no call as the fans were wanting. It's just what I heard out of my right ear. Sent in behind the net to Peg. He'll go back to the blue line. LeBron sends it rink wide. McDade back to the blue line. Summers shot through. Oh, that's a shot pass. Peg shoots it top shelf, and a beautiful save by Levi Mitchell. LeBron sends it behind the net. McDade hears it hit the wall. He'll go in first. Summers Backhand pass over, and Laurent had moved in. Sending it back over to Summers. He's going to try and quarterback this power play here. Second unit out. The shot through. Scored! Again, the screen in front, and didn't see it. The captain has got him going now. Well, a screenshot again. You can't see what you can't stop what you can't see, son. It's the easiest quote I could have used all night, and I messed it up. Can you believe that? What a shot, and they're off and running to a 2-0 lead. And Levi Mitchell, he's a great goalie, but again, I mean, unless you take up the entire net, you are not going to stop a shot. A little black puck, you can't see. The chance in front, Beckstead in the slot. He tried to get a shot off, and not a guy you want in front of the net. Trying to move it along here for South Stormont into the, what a play and what a save! Van Schubert again, coming up huge. Number 4 in the period. Through center, and a good hit by Quentin Rook, and another one in the zone by Sinclair on Clement. Mid-ice area, Mark Beckstead, definitely a man of interest for Barry's Bay as he has been shadowed until now. And a shot, and he hit the goal post. That is why right there, that man has got quite a shot. Mark Beckstead, puck goes up and over the net, back to the blue line. Kept in there, moves it around the wall by Holt. Behind the net it goes, and Weidmeyer, and a penalty coming to Barry's Bay. Knocked down and behind the net. McDonald will touch it. It's going to be power play upcoming for South Stormont. Their power play, 21% on the season. Barry's Bay kill sitting at 80%. See what comes from this. To the right, Bradley Van Schubert. Draw one and scrum for the Wolves. Send it 200 feet. Starting to kill off some of this penalty. Isaac Barr with those wheels. Watched him some of the North Dundas South Stormont rivalry games we had back in the day. That's sent over to Isaac Barr. He is something else, folks. He's a special player. Pass over to the point. Sends it back over to Barr into the slot. And a great defensive play there by Kelly Summers. He was watching Isaac Barr quite closely. So Stormont out of their own zone. They'd love to get one here as Barry's Bay converted on their 2 power plays. Rook pushes them into the wall there. Coming back to the blue line. They're set up nicely. Looking for a lane. The shot through. The redirect puts it right on the doorstep. Van Schubert crawling around and finds that one laying in the blue paint. Keeps it before going to the back of the net. We'll bring out Jacome, Beckstead, Messiah, and Weidmeyer. That pass over will connect. Looks like with Carbino. Digging in the corner now. 2 Mustangs and a couple of Wolves, and that's sent down the ice. Levi Mitchell will come out and play it. And he'll leave it for Messiah. Beckstead getting a yell from the bench. Heads up. What's coming at him was Cole Bolton, knocked down, looking to send him on a break, but the puck rolled on him. He couldn't get a good piece of it. Beckstead flirting to go inside the zone with 20 seconds to go, but he'll turn back. Turning in his own zone, being harassed by Laurent. They'll kill maybe the rest of this. 10 seconds remaining. So Stormont having a hard time getting inside the zone, and they will, and it's Conning trying to get across the line. Menard sends it off the wall and out to center. They'll kill the 2 minutes. the happiness of this crowd. Beckstead, he's got him wide open in the slot, and he scored! Brendan Jacome nets that one, and they cut the lead in half. They broke through the defense, and it's 2-1, Barry's Bay. They killed the penalty, and on 5-a-side hockey, so Stormont with 2:13 to go here in the first period has made it 2-1. The draw. It's one. McNaughton trying to go after that one as Peg was knocked down. Back into their own zone. Quentin Rook will pick that up, send it in behind the net. Keeps it going along the wall to Peg. Through center is McNaughton. Dylan Clement in behind his own net now and gearing up. Pass over. Oh, just out of the way. Sills pass. Almost caught him. McDade all over Clement. We'll have to start it back again now. Stay forcing the issue. Rook along the wall. Knocks his man off the puck. But they're out again through center. The pass into the slot. Supported there by McDade as McKenzie took away the intended receiver. Chipped out through center. Just ahead of Jared Stay. Sent up through center. Knocked down there by the Wolves. Back into the zone with 1:10 left here in the first period. Very entertaining first 20. Long pass through the neutral zone and in. Trying to go around the D. The backhander hit him in the mask, and it undid the button. Will blow it dead. Bradley Van Schubert, even with the mask knocked off, he was still going over to make the save. That's a Warrior, and he's actually he's in the military, I'm pretty sure, as well. So shout out to him, and thank you for your service, Bradley, big time, and you're putting on quite a show here tonight. And I am a goalie myself. Hats off to your beauty-looking goalie equipment as well, big time. Love to get a close-up of that helmet. To the right, Bradley Van Schubert. Barry's Bay, and he stops up. Pass over. Menard with his head up. A Beckstead, it's a stick down. He'll take it, skate in. The shot, and he fired it. Far side and wide. Harris just behind Sinclair. Sends that one through the neutral zone. Kelly Summers picks it off. That's a dangerous guy to have it. He'll stop up. Tried to send it down low, and he will. To the corner. And in behind the net, Harris will get a hold of his man there. Chipped along the wall. Sinclair throws it in behind the net was McDonald. And they're off to the races. Mark Beckstead looking for Barr. And he went down to one-time that one. And he healed it. 3 seconds, 2 and 1. And that's going to do it for the first period. Don't go anywhere, folks. Got the highlights of our last game here between the Manotick Mariners and the Barry's Bay Wolves. It was an epic battle. Check it out. James has the highlights, and we'll have it for you here. After one period, Barry's Bay leading 2-1 from Paul Yakabuski Arena on NPHL Central. Thanks for tuning in. Defensive play and an unselfish one to take him down and take the 2 minutes. That's chipped back to the blue line. Summers pinches in. Manotick rolls over his tape. Sent off the glass and down the ice. Campbell back. Campbell, Kelly Summers, McDade, McKenzie, and Lapine out for Barry's Bay. Lapine, what a toe drag. Drop pass to Summers. Shoots! Scores! What a play, what a shot, and what a goal. And you can hear it. This crowd appreciates that one. What a pass. And Kelly Summers nets it. It's 1-0 Wolves. On the wall, in through the blue line. Sent to the blue line. And out. Coming through is quick. Cody McNaughton. Scored! Cody McNaughton! The goal wasn't even called yet for Kelly Summers. And Cody McNaughton with great speed on the left side pops it home.
And it's 2-0 Barry's Bay.
To give him the hit and then try and poke check the puck away from Giacobbe as he was going towards the net. That's why he's considered one of the best in the league and one of the best captains as well. Across that blue line. Nice move in. Shot redirected, and they score! Brett McKenzie from Owen McDade, and they're up 3-0 early on in this one. Lapine at the draw. And that's won by Ryan Lau to Renault. Skating through center, Dennison with good speed. There's Campbell to the corner. Nice play to get that. Slot, shoots and scores! Jonathan Sear on a turnover out in front, fires it upside, and Manitic makes it 3-1. So don't go anywhere. Back, picked off through the neutral zone quickly. And a chance, scores! Great teams respond, and that's exactly what the Wolves did. Picking off that pass, and Cody McNaughton with his second of the night. Knocks the puck off a Sears stick. Having a little jousting match there with John Sear. Renault sends it into the corner. Devin Campbell, as that took a weird hop. It's knocked down, but it's going in on a breakaway. Coming in is Peg, scores! Ethan Peg fires it far side, and they're up 5-1 now. What a shot, and what a goal. They gotta keep rolling. Manitic as a team, as we saw last weekend, they can come back from big deficits. Dennison couldn't get the puck to settle down, and McDade was there, and there's gonna be an interference penalty to around him in front of the net. Backhand chance, turns to the point, the shot, and he scores! Dennison from the top of the circle rifled it, and it's now 5-2 for the Wolves. Back to the point, and a shot, and he fired it up over the net. Chipped it to the blue line. Campbell will go up 31 feet in the air, and it comes back down to John Sear. Barrett, Sear, scored! Short side. Connor Barrett. And something must have happened in front of that net. Things are starting to get scrappy. And in, crossover, and flip towards the net. Sent around to the far corner, and Sinclair will chip it along the wall. That's a long way over to McDade. He can't get there in time. Dennison through the center ice area. Shot, scored! Ryan Lau picks the far side, and the Mariners make it 5-4. Face off, 1 to the Mariners. Sent back to the other side, and it'll be Enright to pinch in. Along the wall and out. Two of them scamper through center. Pass over. Lau. Scored! Ryan Lau ripped it top shelf. And Manitic has tied it 5-5. They've come all the way back on Sear. Sent way up ice to Lapine. The drop pass now to Summers. Drop pass again to Bolton. Shot through a screen. Bolton will stay with it. The puck is loose. Chance again. And it's, where is it? Sent in front of the net. Scores! The Barry's Bay Wolves fought like dogs to get that one back. And it's 6-5 Barry's Bay. Can you believe it? The pack mentality works in their favor, and Barry's Bay has taken the lead with 8:05 remaining here in the third. 6-5, and Manitic wants an explanation. I couldn't see really what was going on. The puck seemed like it had died, and it also looked like there was going to be a whistle, but it was still loose. The puck didn't come off the pegs, and I think they're wondering why there wasn't a whistle when Riley was down. They might have wanted a whistle to, because their goalie was hurt, but he's still in the game. And we have a 6-5 lead. for the
The
Wolves.
goalie is pulled. Here we go. An extra skater on the ice for Manotick. Campbell and Summers in their zone. Flip down the ice. He scores! Kelly Summers! What a goal, and a big one. It's hard to find an empty netter bigger than that. Turns in his own zone, 200 feet away from his own net, and fires home the goal to give him a 2-goal lead. Unbelievable.
Well, a great first 20 here from the Paul Yakabuski Arena. Shots on goal in that period favor the Wolves 11-9. the score sheet as well. Started out Jared Stay from Kelly Summers and Owen McDade. Then Owen McDade tipping in the shot from Kelly Summers, assisted by Jordan Laurent as well, both on the power play. And then Brendan Jacombe from Mark Beckstead and Keenan Messiah getting the South Stormont Mustangs on the score sheet to end that period. Your out-of-town scoreboard, as I said, we bring to you the Tamworth Sabres early on in the second period, leading the Bulldogs 1-0. Caden Hall, Bluebirds 1-0. Ethan Salter from Thomas Maria. That is a 1-0 score early on in that one. Goals are coming at a premium in those two games. But in the Smith Falls Westport Lumberjacks game, it was all Smith Falls, an 8-1 victory in a hard-fought battle. Tate Leeson, goal and 2 assists. Reed Russet, Eric Witzel, Phil Nevins, and Brock Wauclair, all with goals. Brady McEwen stopping 40 of 41 in that one. North Dundas winning 6-2 over Akwesasne. Thomas Vesna, goal and an assist. Matthew Seporin, the goal. And Tanner Williams, Mitchell Gibson, Fabian Walsh, Chris Kushnerik, a goal and an assist. 2 assists for Dean Bevelds and Mike Bird in that one. Those are the games around the league. Other games that are just starting up: Lindsay Barncats and the Wellington County Royals, Arnprior Rivermen and the Manotick Mariners. They are just getting underway now. Woodstock Lakers and the Home Hill Coyotes as well. They will be playing tonight, and we will have the highlights from those games as well. And this one here, we'll have the entire game as well. We'll have the recorded version hopefully up tonight, but it'll be more than likely tomorrow afternoon in the highlight package early on in the week. Both teams gearing up for the playoffs, but again, we will have the All-Star game 2 weeks from tonight from Tweed, and some friendly faces from both sides will be in the lineup for South Stormont. Getting an invitation, and Isaac Barr as well will be in the lineup for their respective clubs. I'll look it up right now and just make sure that I've got it correct here. Isaac Barr, yeah. Duncan Campbell as well from South Stormont. Cameron Herbert will be there as well, representing South Stormont. No Mark Beckstead. He must not have been able to make it because he definitely is a high caliber hockey player in this league. It's going to be it's going to be an incredible afternoon of hockey. I don't mind telling you folks. So if you're there in that area in Tweed, get your tickets and get out to the game. And we'll try and do it live, but it's difficult out there in Tweed to get a good signal to be able to do the game live. We will check and see. We're hoping that we'd be able to get a game out there in Tweed before the All-Star game. Maybe next weekend we'll try and do a game in Tweed on Sunday if they play. See if we can head down there and do a game. And yeah, it's going to be an absolutely epic affair out there. We're just getting the chuck-a-puck all done here as they do in the first period. Barry's Bay. And they put on a great show here. I love it that they have the heaters going on in here because it is absolutely freezing tonight way up here in Barry's Bay. If you're just tuning in, folks, as I was saying, 2-1 right now for the Wolves over South Stormont. And it's been a really good first period. Cheryl, James says thank you very much. Yes, indeed. Says thank you very much. He takes some time to put together the highlight package. He has to watch the game a few times after we're done here, so he gets to partake in the festivities 3 or 4 times. He does a great job and puts a great effort in every time. We come to the arena prior to being at the arena and while we're here. James is working on the program. Lone wolf, because I can't do any of that technical stuff. He has been trying to teach me how to do it. I will be hoping to perfect my craft as this season goes along. Getting their
final measures here. And I'll keep you updated as I say around the league. I wanted to check this out. And it's now 1-1 now, Deserano and Tamworth. Shots on goal. That second period, they don't have a real recorded number in the first period. It says 1-0, but total right now looks like 17-5 in favor of Deserano. Irish have scored. They're now up 2-0. The Rivermen lead the Mariners 1-0 in that game. And we could have a few upsets here tonight. You never know. It just takes one. You know, you win one game against a big team, and all of a sudden you're on a roll after that. And the camaraderie starts to leak from there. So as the teams take to the ice, the referees are ready to go. The only team left to hit the ice is the home team. And there's Bradley Van Schubert, excellent in that first period. And the rest of the mates joining him as well. We'll see what the second period has in store for us. You know South Stormont is not going to settle for that first period deficit. They'll be looking to tie it and take the lead, but Barry's Bay on home ice has been unbelievable throughout their time here in the NPHL. Only a handful of losses, only a couple really. And they've been almost unbeatable here in this barn. It's not just the ice surface, it's not just, you know, home cooking and the short drive, it's this crowd as well. I mean, I don't know. James, you think you can get a shot of the crowd real quick? They always have a great crowd on hand. It's always like this. You can't see all the way down, but it is full to my right and full to my left. They really support them here in this small community. I think it's only 1,600 people in the entire area. And this arena was, I can't even tell you the number, folks. I will not tell you the number, but it was big. It was huge. And we are set for the second period, another 20 here on NPHL Central. 2-1 lead for the Wolves over South Stormont. Sent through and shipped into the zone as Enright was looking to get a hold of his man, and it was just out of his reach. If you're enjoying it back home, there was a little disagreement with Cody McNaughton and Connor Sills in that first period, and they settled it with the fisticuffs. It was a good tilt. That's back to the point. Summers shot through, hits a leg, and goes along to the half wall. Good hit there by McDade to fill in Isaac Barr. In behind the net. That's sent up. Good hard pass to Weidenmayer. That's picked off now. Jared Stay muscles his way in, and a good save by there. Levi Mitchell sent back in right at the blue line in his feet. And he couldn't corral the puck, but Kelly Summers is there to get to that loose puck in his own zone. Long ice pass there, just out of his reach. Weidenmayer sent across. Mark Beckstead, hard shot. A good block there by Enright. They're wheeling now in the second period. Barry's Bay shot, Jared Stay. The stick goes off the glass and into the corner. Stay controls. Looking back to the point. Good move there, Chance. He'll go back into the corner to pick it up. Hard to knock it off, 17 stick. He's at the end of a long shift. He's looking for a change. And Menard there with good speed. Knocks that off the stick of Poirier. Sent in, Levi Mitchell. Play that. Around the wall. Cole Bolton there to pick that up and throw it in behind the net, looking for Ethan Pegg. Along the wall and out through center come the Mustangs. Past three men. Home looking for a line change. That goes along the blue line and out. Sent back into the Mustang zone to Conink, and they'll look to start it out, and they can't. Not trying to go around his man. Trying to send a long pass up ice. Trying to get behind enemy lines, and that is going to go for icing. We played a minute 54 here in the second period. Very important 2 points for these two teams, as South Stormont only has 5 games remaining on the schedule, and I'm pretty sure there's 7 remaining for the Barry's Bay Wolves after this game.
Along the wall, nice play by Lapine to chop that back. And that'll make it a little more difficult for Zachary Poirier to get inside the zone. McDonald's pass. Hops over the stick. Chipped inside the zone. So Stormont turning it back the other way now. Sayek. Slice pass up to Isaac Barr. Can make magic happen. Shot. Good block. Knocked off the puck. And Rook will settle the play down. Sends it back to his teammate. That's a long ice pass up to Ben Harris. He walks in, toe drag, tried the snap shot at the end of his stick. Along the half wall. Ben Harris digging for it. 5 guys in the corner trying for that loose puck. McDonald trying to send that into the slot. Knocked off his stick, bodies his man. Enright chips in for that one. And the Mustangs are off to the races. Good speed to Barr. Shot, and Van Schubert way out of the net. They make a save on that one, cut the angle down, close up the wickets. It sure is, Cheryl. A lot of people. Go Wolves go inside the chat here. See that quite a few times when we're broadcasting these games. They've got a great following. They'll get it out through center. Tried to chip that past him was LaRonde. Failed to do so. And the Mustangs out through center now. Jacome across the line, trying to break in. Summers matched his speed. Sent him behind the net. LaRonde in there battling with Weidmeier. The Wolves garner that puck, send it up the ice. It's going to go 200 feet for an icing. What a great atmosphere here. 2 clubs in 2 different divisions, the Frontier and the Pioneer. But same conference. They meet in the playoffs. And that would be quite heavy-handed. Series shot. Blocked there. Sent out through center. Knocked down though. Chance. Beckstead tried the toe drag. The backhand. And Van Schubert gets the glove on it. That's number 4 on the catching mitt of Bradley Van Schubert. He's passed over. The backhand will break the blue line. He can't break the last defenseman. Knocked the stick out of his hand. Romleski puts the body there on the captain. Sent up through center. So Stormont trying to storm the Capitol here. Pass. James gave me a good look on that one. No, Beckstead gets around the man trying to move it out in front of the net. Shot through a screen, hits a foot, goes into the corner. The backhand behind the net trying to throw it out in front. And Schubert with the paddle down. And Stay will pick it up. Scamper out through center with speed. Stay stops up. Loses the puck, but tried to win the battle. Kept in at the blue line. Pass over. Stay tried to get it down low. The pass across ice. The shot and a stop by Mitchell. Stay again. Ripped it up and over the net off the glass. And that rung around the wall and out through center. Back into the Wolves zone. Van Schubert plays it along. So Stormont trying to pick that off. Out through center. They go. The shot and Levi Mitchell will come out to make that save, and he'll hold on for the face-off. 14:46 to go here in the second period. 2-1, Barry's Bay.
I didn't know how that would go over there with Van Schubert.
Say it again.
I thought he was going to have to battle the other guy for the puck.
Yeah, it was definitely a battle along the wall. Looked like a body. Trying to pick that pass off. Nice sauce pass through center. That pass over. Picked up there by Long. Big hit on Rook. Along the wall. Trying to get out through center. Toe drag by Peg. Didn't work. He was supported there by Lapine. Sent up. Barr. Not pass over. Poirier. Center on the wall. Lapine to Peg. Nice over the shoulder look on that one to make sure there's a man coming. McNaughton, nice shot on goal, and Levi Mitchell with another nice save there. Peg kept it in, Bolton battling along the blue line. James. And Bolton now in a tilt with Yannick Lalonde. Right here in front of us. Spirited affair here from the Paul Yakubuski Arena. And this crowd loves it. While we have this moment, we'll get you updated around the league again. Now the Mariners have tied it up 1-1. The Coyotes have a lead over the Lakers. 1-0 early on in that one. The Lakers are looking for their first win as they sit 0-14. Coyotes at 3-11. Irish leading the Blues 3-2. Still 1-1, Bulldogs and the Sabres. So I'll tell you, folks, things are heating up around the league. (2-1) now, Bulldogs. Putting on a show in that second period. Shots on goal in this period favor the Wolves by 1, 4-3 over the Mustangs. The score remains the same, 2-1. The draw is 1, and the Wolves throwing it out through center. Andrew McDonald, fresh off that broken right hand, digging in behind the net, trying to come up with it, and he does, looking into the front of the net. It's knocked down. Knocked down again, and out through center. The pass over is just out of his reach. And Kelly Summers will pick that up, send it off the glass. The blue line, and it's out to center ice. It's like Barr, he'll drill it around the wall. And Schubert will slow it down there for Enright. He knew he didn't play it perfectly, and he tried to turn around to grab that puck. Behind the net, sent into the corner. Good body there. The hitting is starting to pick up after those two tilts, one each period. And that's going to go 200 feet for an icing.
Wasn't this one team's local song?
Yes.
I haven't heard the song in a long time.
I know, I was just thinking who it was.
I haven't heard that since like last year.
Is it Smith Falls?
I'm not sure.
I think it might be. Chance, the shot, or Deserano. It's one of them.
No, I don't think it's
No, it's Tweed. Beckstead toe drag shot. And it fans on him. Yeah, that's who it is. It's Tweed. Yep. Playing Tweed Oil Kings goal song here in that last moment. Pass to the blue line and in. Trying to get something going here. So Stormont to tie it up, and the Wolves would like one to go back up by 2. Couple power play goals. Uncharacteristic of the Wolves. They're a 5-on-5 team. That's flipped out through center. So Stormont will try and move it back in. Cross ice pass. Beckstead trying to get there before Summers. Summers gets a good swat on that one. Moves that puck out. Pass over. Stay. Shoots, and Levi Mitchell had to be good on that one. An excellent snapshot. And a great save by Levi Mitchell. McDade at the draw. He's got Menard at the point. To his left is Quentin Rook. Stay to his right. Right side, McKenzie takes a spill after the draw. Good hit there by Quentin Rook. Stay with a great back check, takes the puck away, and that's going to be called for a high stick. It'll be brought outside the zone. Jared Stay, not just a goal scorer, he can do it all. 200-foot race for the puck. Trying to back check and support his D-men, and he most certainly did. Got to that puck and lifted the Stormont forward checker and came up with the puck. Pass over now to Menard. Talking about him in the opening. Fakes the slap shot. The half wall chipped up into the air. Where it comes down, nobody knows. Battle along the wall ensues. 3 Wolves, a couple of Mustangs. Hops over his stick there. Good body there by Laurent. Throwing it in behind the net. Giving chase to that is Shoemaker and Rumleski. Rook pinching in, and Laurent out through center trying to cut his man off. He'll get to the puck though and send it off the wall, and it'll go out through center again to relieve that. Breakout by the Mustangs. Across the blue line. Trying to dig for it. What a play! Did he save it? He did. Van Schubert again comes up with the pad. What an incredible save by Bradley Van Schubert. Unbelievable. Face off to the right of Van Schubert. Scrum draw. 1 for the Wolves. Rook in the corner, sends it along the wall, chipped to the blue line and kept into the zone. Behind the net for Isaac Barr. A guy who can make a lot happen in a short period of time. A nice play there to get in between Barr and the puck for Ryan Lapine. And that results in a 200-foot clear. Drop pass right to the tape of Connick. Pass over through the neutral zone for Bryant. He'll send that across. The shot from the top of the circle. And Van Schubert he looks so calm in that net for the Barry's Bay Wolves. Unreal. Van Schubert, James, has been stellar tonight for the Barry's Bay Wolves. He looks great in there. It's his first game of the season. He was terrific last year for them in spot starts, and he's picked up right where he left off. Face off is 1 for the Mustangs. Back for Connick. That's sent up and into the Mustangs bench. More go Wolves. Hello, Mrs. Bowl. Hope you and Sylvia are enjoying the game from Kingston, Ontario. Pass over, connects through center, and that's going to go all the way down for an icing. And I see you haven't changed your profile picture to that nice black and white one there, Kira. Although you look amazing in color as well. Draw to the right of Levi Mitchell. Draw 1. McDade looking back to the point. He'll send it low. Smart play to Sinclair. Sinclair looking to the point now as it was open for a second. Coming across is Mark Beckstead to make that too risky of a play. That's chipped out. Nice play again by Sinclair. He is everywhere defensively and trying to contribute offensively as well. But when the D pinch in, he is right there to support him. To the red line. Pass over. Jacome to Beckstead. Top of the circle with it. Can't control it. And coming across was Kelly Summers to knock that play away from the Mustangs. That's sent through center to Sinclair again. Does he get rewarded for his efforts on this shift? Chipped into the corner, and McDade will go after it. A much needed line change for Jake Sinclair. Great shift for him. On him so quick was McKenzie in front to McDonald, just out of the reach. Jacome through center. 3 Mustangs. Jacome goes around him. Slot chance! Scored! The pass over connected, and Taylor Weidmeier will put it in the back of the net. And it is back tied now, 2-2. Looked like a bit of a broken play, but they made it happen. Nice play over. Like I said, they are not going to go away anytime soon. Crowd trying to cheer him on. Behind the net, Van Schubert throwing it along the wall, and that gets to the blue line, and that's as far as it goes. Pass over. Now it's out through center. McDade across the blue line, trying to get a shot on. Hits a stick, goes up into the mesh, and we'll do it all over again. Draw to the left of Levi Mitchell. The scrum goes into the corner. Blue. Into the slot for McDade. He shot it. Deflected just wide. Stick goes flying. Mustangs defenseman. This is going to be a penalty to the Wolves. For Jared Stay. This game is starting to pick up. And South Stormont, who just tied the game up on a goal from Taylor Weidmeyer, from Keenan Messiah with his second assist, and Brendan Jacombe, their second point of the game. They'll go to the power play. They'll look to take the lead. The draw is not going to be fair, so they'll do it again. Off the glass. Come all the way back to the Mustang zone. Almost been a high stick. The face-off will be inside South Stormont zone. Big break for Barry's Bay. McNaughton at the draw. He's got Lapine at the point. Laron to his left, and Rook on the defensive end. Beckstead and Jacombe. Poirier in through center. Beckstead on his knees there. And there's Isaac Barry, rings it around to Hope, the point. Pass over to Poirier. He'll return past the shot through, and Van Schubert threw a screen, saw that, and made a nice save. Looking back to the point, Poirier. Beckstead trying to set it up nicely here. One in front of the net and four high. That shot hits a stick, goes up and out of play. We'll do it all over again. Draw to the left of Van Schubert, trying to do it fair. They will win it for the Mustangs and start this power play again with 1:05 remaining in it. Behind the net, looking out to the slot. It is covered. Behind the net it goes. Sent back over, hopped on him. To the blue line, sent through. Lalonde tipped that into the corner, sends it in behind the net. Back to the point, and they get the cycle going Conink. Pass over, Lalonde into the slot, and the Van Schubert did not see it. It got deflected. Huge screen in front of that net. Hard to see through a human body. The blue line. Set up nicely here. Van Schubert's a tall guy, but bigger guy in front of that net. Number 27, Connor Sills. Sent around, looking back to the blue line. They get it to Messiah. D to Conning. Fake shot, and Van Schubert, the tidy glove save there, ends that offensive opportunity. 11 seconds remaining in the South Stormont power play.
This game's going by in a flash.
Well, it certainly is. Every time we're here, we get cheated. Time just flies in this arena. It's like we're in a time warp or some bloody thing. long drive. We spend more time in the car than we do in the arena, even though we get here 2 hours before the pregame. Center on the wall. Not hard enough. It gets to the blue line and kept in by Poirier. Into the corner for Jacombe. Jacombe bodied off the puck. McKenzie will send that all the way into the neutral zone. After that, quickly is Jared Stay, and you know he's going to be trying to hunt down a goal after that penalty. Behind the net, Menard. Stick lifts him. He's tripped. No, he tripped and fell. Cody McNaughton. It's Beckstead off the puck. Stay. Snap, and he scored! Jared Stay, as I said, he'd be looking for a goal after the penalty, and he most certainly did. He has one of the best releases in the entire Northern Premier Hockey League. Jared Stay, and it's 3-2, Barry's Bay. When you're around the league, as much as James and I are, you can almost read what the story's going to be as it unfolds. Jared Stay took a 2-minute penalty for roughing, and then immediately comes back and snaps one. Glove side. And now the Wolves have themselves the lead back. This time it's 3-2. Stay is a natural goal scorer. That release just sets him apart from so many players in this league. This is his 17th goal of the season. This now is 11th game. Sinclair, that pass over to McDonald. I think the right hand's doing just fine. But no, that's not Beckstead. I thought it was 51, but it's 21. Trying to come in across the line. It's Lalonde. The lift. And Kelly Summers behind his own net. Stops up. Off the wall to McDonald. McDonald looks into the middle of the ice. Sinclair, he's had himself a great game. Into the slot. Chance now. Score! Oh, he hit it off the goalpost. Had Levi Mitchell down. Pass over to Kelly Summers. Looking for it through, and Levi Mitchell out of the fray comes up with a great glove save. Holy Dinah indeed. What a glove save there. Off the post. Right back onto a Wolves stick. And they just about made it a 2-goal lead. Mitchell with a beauty glove. Trying to get it back to Enright. He'll send it through. Tried to get a bounce off the wall to come out to the other side, and it won't. And because of that, they almost got out with it, but Summers read it perfectly, picked it off, throws it on net, and Mitchell steers that aside and away from any traffic danger. Connick along the wall, sending that puck up to Poirier along the half wall, but he can't get it out. And the shot stopped by Mitchell. Hit off the lower part of his mask, went in behind the net, comes back out in front, and he'll hold on for the whistle. Great action. So Stormont, one down. The Barry's Bay Wolves. McKenzie at the draw. Going up against, looks like the chance, the shot, block, rebound! He didn't hit the post this time. McDade gets a second chance at it. This time he wrung twine. And the Wolves now lead it 4-2. Well, they hunt pucks in front of that net. They grind until the whistle sounds. And the gift for that is usually a goal. Beckstead across the blue line, straddles the line, he shoots, and it's stopped by Van Schubert. They clear the front of the net. What an atmosphere, and what a game. I see you. I see you over there. Draw to the left of Bradley Van Schubert. Had a spectacular game. Up through, did not touch anybody, and that's going to go all the way down for an icing. McDade from Ethan Pegg. Shots on goal in this period are even, 9 apiece. The Wolves, though, have the extra couple tallies. Mark Beckstead pass over. The repass, tried to knock it down. Ethan Pegg come out through center. The pass to Bolton, right back to Pegg, trying to go around. He's got 4 Mustangs standing between him and Levi Mitchell. Levine will keep it in at the point. Sending it around behind the net to Cole Bolton. He tried to bank it off Mitchell. Summers pinches in. And as he does so well, it's a good play. Jacombe through center, chipped off his stick by Kelly Summers. LaRonde in his own zone will turn back. Oh boy, chance in front of the net. That was almost an own goal. Ben Schubert was looking the other way. McNaughton loses the handle. The line change is coming. Could have been a 3-on-2. Cross the line in. The shot, a beautiful save. The rebound's there, but McNaughton was too. Romleski cleared the slot. The chance, shot stop. The rebound in front. A kick save. A block shot in front by McNaughton. And they can't hold it. It's back to the dot and a shot. Stop. Chance again. They score. 5 great chances by South Stormont in front of the net. And that resulted into it coming back to the dot. A shot through on this left side. And it beats Van Schubert. Blocker. And the Mustangs bring it within 1. Late change for South Stormont. It's pass back. D-to-D pass. It's over again. Lalonde sending it up through center. And they're across the line in the backhand pass, trying to get to the net. Could not convert. Sends it over, and it's knocked down by Jared Stay. Stays in. Bodies him, and he tried to go top shelf. An off angle. We've seen him do that many times. This one just up over the net. The pass picked off, and that's going to be called on an offside. And the Mustangs bench erupts as they did not believe that that one was offside. But nonetheless, it's a face-off outside the zone. Back into the South Stormont zone. The pass over. Poirier trying to move that out through center. Gets it inside the Wolves zone. Sinclair leaves it for Kelly Summers. Sends that pass up. It's picked off. Lalonde backhand. Ooh, he tried to find him in the slot, and it just goes astray. Long, nice pass to McDonald. Getting to the blue line, and he's knocked off the puck there by Sayak. Sinclair to the slot, chance, rebound, and he scores! McDade went knocking after Sinclair fed him, and Andrew McDonald, as usual, battles in front of that net, and he's got himself a tally, his first game back after a broken hand, and it's a 2-goal lead again. Cole Bolton crosses the blue line and sends that into the corner. Sent over and picked off by Pegg. Pegg below the dot, sends it cross, shot, and he scored! Cody McNaughton on the doorstep, and a pick-off pass. Bing! It's 5-6-3. Holy, fast and furious come the goals. Well, the forecheck, that's where it comes from, folks. Great forecheck, great battles, and they now lead it. They've doubled the score, doubled the lead. It is 6-3. Chipped in by Stay, 35 seconds remaining here in the second period. That chance is taken away. Tried the stick lift there by Stay. The high stick knocked down, but picked up by a Mustang. Oh, that snap pass in front of that net just went wide. Sent up through center. And they get around to McDade. Trying to come in on this side to slip in front of the nets, and a chance there thwarted. And it's now a 6-3 lead for the Barry's Bay Wolves. Great action in that second period, and Barry's Bay got the better of South Stormont in that one. So what a great second period we had there. And as the Wolves come off the ice, a 6-3 lead, I just wanted to give my heartfelt love and appreciation to the Barretts as Diane Barrett passed away today. A hard-fought battle, and Chris, Ian, and Lindsay, my thoughts and prayers are with you, and my condolences. My love for your family. You weren't just friends to our family, you guys are our family to us, and my thoughts and prayers are with you guys, and we love yous, and hang in there. We love you guys. We're coming up with the third period here shortly, 6-3, Barry's Bay. To the left side, into the slot. That goes back to the point. The shot through. Scores! Barry's Bay on top early. Jordan Ryan from the point, and that finds the back of the net. The howl when it starts. Some games it doesn't stop. Up and in behind the net, chipped off the boards, and Gilmore in his own zone will try and start it back up again. The little play over to Broyden Stuffcole, and that was knocked down by Quentin Rook. Rook doesn't like what he saw, tried to send it through the middle. Gets right on that loose puck again, turns it over, a big chance early, nice pass over, waits, and scores! The captain, Broyden Stuffcole, stuffs it home, and the Rangers respond with his 8th of the season, and it's 1-1. Quentin Rook, at the end of a long shift, he tried to get it up through center. His two wingers were up there and ready to go, and he just couldn't get it past the two forecheckers for the Rangers, and it ends up at the back of the net. The draw from McKenzie, he'll kick that over to Stay. Stay, he'll throw it back to Lapine. He'll look to Campbell. Campbell sends it to the top of the dot to Stay. Dangerous guy to have that puck. Lapine. He'll walk in hands-free, over, shoots and scores! What a beautiful pass, and Cody McNaughton, the recipient, will get his 5th of the season. What a beautiful power play, and if you can believe it, folks, Barry's Bay's power play percentage is only a 6%, and when you look at the guys they have in their lineup and what they just did, you would never ever guess that that is what their power play numbers are, but they've just been, as teams get at times, snake bitten early on in the season. And as they get playing more and more, and hopefully more games collected together, they'll be able to find their footing and pump that number up. Right, Bedard tested early and often in that one. And behind the net, McKenzie sends it out to Stay. That bounces all the way to the blue line, sent through, looking for a redirect, picked up in front, shot. That one just high and wide. Rebound, a shot, and he scores! Ripped it top shelf, and Jarrett Stay, the leading point getter, gets his 9th goal of the season. That bounced right onto his tape, and Barry's Bay are coming out flying. The Rangers looked a little flat-footed early on, and that there, I mean, that's right in the hash mark area. Rifled it top shelf, and beat him glove side along the half wall. Stuffcole
manhandled there. That gets the blue line and kept in by Chevrier. Knapp along the wall to Gilmore. Behind the net. And back to Gilmore again to set it up. Gilmore shoots and scores through a screen. Schroeder parked out in front, and I don't think Lipinski saw it. And it's 3-2 now. The goals keep coming. Oh, and the icing will be negated. Sent around the boards and stay. He'll send it back to where it came from. Peg throws it out in front of the net. Looking for someone to tap that in. Peg sends it back to the slot. Stay looking for a fire, and even with a couple guys on him, he's still got a good shot off there. Peg, Stay, scored! You've got to cover him in that spot. There's two. The catch and release for Stay is unbelievable. What a shot, lethal weapon. And in the holiday season, Stay, his guns ablazing. It's ripped back to the point by McNaughton. Rhymes attacked early. Campbell gets a nice pass over from McNaughton and shot through a screen. Good thing that was knocked down. Rebound! And he scores! McNaughton again. That's 6 on the season, 2 on the night. He was sitting all alone. And the Wolves howl their way to a 3-goal lead. Looking to go back to the blue line. And the crowd's in the, and there's a chance now for a break on goal. Fake scores! A backhand, and he puts it home, and the Wolves are up by 4. It's 6-2. What a nice play at the blue line. Wolves fans wanted a penalty, but they'll take the goal instead. And it's a foot, comes all the way back to the Wolves zone. I mean, when you look up and you see you've got Robert Lapine, you've got Cody McNaughton, you've got Devin Campbell, Jared Stay, and is that, yeah, Menard in the slot there, or McKenzie, and he couldn't put that home. Stay ripped it high, and he scored! There's the hat trick. Jared Stay putting on a show, indeed. Holy Dinah. Jared Stay with that 3rd goal of the night. He's now got 11 on the season. They'll get it out to center, but the bench is being on the other side right now. Difficult to make a change. Stuff, but you can see they're backing up. Not Wolves defense. He shoots and scores. And number 24, Tanner Schroeder. Another, that of their 3 goals, 2 of them have been when the Wolves were hemmed in their own zone. And the Rangers take advantage of it. Smart thing to do for the Rangers as they notice it's been a while and the Wolves just can't get their feet moving anymore, and they capitalize on their opportunity. Stay's got 3 goals. McNaughton has got a couple of goals on the evening, looking for his 3rd. Shot through, and that's redirected and just goes wide of the net. And back the other way as here comes Stay looking for 4. Stay, a shot. Provost had to be good, but Peg on the doorstep pounds it home, and it's 8-3, Barry's Bay. They come out electric. They did that in the 2nd period as well. And this crowd is just loving it. Did a great job. Hopefully they'll be hardwired here and all over the Northern Premier Hockey League at some point. And none of our games will ever be anything but live. A good diving play there by McNaughton. But a mass gouging here. We have ourselves a Donnybrook. Now the tough part of that is they both have cages on. Watson trying to get his cage off to get the fight going, and I don't know what if there is a call for grabbing the cage, but I'm not rightly sure what else you do in that situation.
Got him.
40 minutes down, 20 to go here from the Paul Yakabuski Arena as the Barry's Bay Wolves lead the South Stormont Mustangs 6-3 through 40. Shots on goal in that period favored South Stormont 15-11 total, 24-22 in favor of the Mustangs. Second period had a lot of goals, folks, compared to the first period. Taylor Weidenmayer getting South Stormont off and running from Brandon Jacome and Keenan Messiah. Jared Stay come right back from Cody McNaughton after his penalty. And then Owen McDade from Jared Stay and Brett McKenzie. And then Michael Poirier making it 4-3 for the Wolves from Isaac Barr and Yannick Lalonde. Andrew McDonald from Ben Harris and Jake Sinclair made it 5-3. And a very short time after that, Cody McNaughton from Ethan Pegg. And that is where we stand. A couple of tilts here tonight, and nothing going on, just good guys going at it. So on the night, Stay's got a couple goals and assists, as well as Owen McDade, Cody McNaughton a goal and an assist, and 2 assists for Kelly Summers. Andrew McDonald with the other goal for Madawaska Valley. For South Stormont, goal and assist for Jacome, 2 assists for Messiah and Poirier, and Weidenmayer with the other 2 goals for them. Around the league, the Bulldogs now leading the Sabres 4-1. The Bluebirds leading the Irish 6-3. The Barncats are leading the Wellington County Royals 2-0 in that one. Ryan Oliver from Brendan Wise and Lucas Clark. Matthew Baxter from Chris Porter. Chris Porter, an incredible athlete over there in Lindsay. Manotick Mariners now leading Iron Pryor 4-1. Iron Pryor was leading this one early on 1-0. It's going to be a really good game as long as, yeah, it should be a good game. Brian Lau with a goal and 2 assists. Goal and assist for Finkelstein. Poirier with 2 assists. And the other 2 goals for LaBroge and Renault View. They were here just last weekend, and it was quite a battle between those Manotick Mariners and the Barry's Bay Wolves. Lakers leading the Coyotes 3-2. And that actually could be the Lakers' first W if they can hold on against the Halton Hills Coyotes. Like I said, the Bluebirds leading the Irish 6-3. Finals are the Ritos beating up on the Lumberjacks 8-1, and the Rockets beating the Wild 6-2. That's your out-of-town scoreboard for today and tonight, and this beautiful Saturday night from the Paul Yakabuski Arena. And we will get ourselves set for the third period. They'll do the shoot to win here in just a moment as well. And shout out, well, I don't know if you're watching now or not, but they wanted me to do another shout out to my daughter Sylvia and my wife Kira back in Kingston. Hope you guys are enjoying it. And you know, this third period, 3-goal lead for Barry's Bay. It's just going to pick the intensity up because South Stormont is not a team that will go away easily. We'll see what both clubs have in store for us here in the third period. A great crowd here in Barry's Bay as well, as always. Yep, nothing better than wings and hockey. The only thing that might rival it is lasagna and hockey. Real lasagna and hockey. And I can provide the hockey. Just can't provide that lasagna without any cheese on it, my dear. Yeah, it is never boring when we're at the Paul Yakabuski Arena. The third period always brings on quite a show, and whoever's up, I mean, Barry's Bay, we've been here a few times when they've been down. It looked like they were down and out. And they come back with big victories. Can they hold on to the W here against South Stormont? South Stormont looking to avoid going back to 500 after a big win last night against Poggan Falls, 9-3. And Barry's Bay looking to get back on the winning trail as they fell last night to Shawville. Here's a shot. Hits the wood. And get a second try.
young lad here there last weekend hit the white in the board. It was incredibly close. I think he only got one shot, too. He might have got two, but he didn't see it. And I broke my pen. It's lasted for 3 years, James. I think I broke it. There we go. This was here day one out in Frontenac. It's going to go in the Hall of Fame. Hit that share button, folks. Get as many people in here as we can to experience Northern Premier Hockey League action. The best hockey from small towns all across Ontario and into Quebec. Don't miss out, folks. Get the word out. The great thing about these games is it's not just about the final score. I mean, to the players and the coaches and the organization, a lot of it is that. But here in Barry's Bay, I know it, and a lot of teams around the league that we've been to, Tweed, Des, and North Dundas, it has so much to do with the community that it's almost like a family atmosphere where the product on the ice is so good, and the fans and the community support them so well that it's just like I say, it's easy to cheer for them, and that's exactly what we experience here every single weekend. And those young lads and ladies there, there's many ladies down there. Oh yes, there is a young lady on the right-hand side, giving their big fist bumps to their small town heroes. Big hearts, big hockey on the table. 20 minutes. Maggie coming across the arena. Last to the bench. Oh, if he doesn't have a lip skid here. Looking to clean up the last little. They'll be looking to clean up the last little bit of debris on the ice from that carpet. I'm telling you, the biggest villain here in Barry's Bay is that bloody carpet.
Money to give away on 50-50. On a yellow tickets.
Third period coming your way.
5-1-2. 8-4-3-3.
A 3-goal hole that so Stormont will look to dig themselves out of. You have to let me know what that score is as well, Sylvia, for the Maple Leaf game. I think they're playing tonight. I'm not actually sure, but I think that they're playing. It is Saturday. And our draw to get the third period going is done. 6-3 Wolves over the Mustangs. Hard pass in the neutral zone, picked off. Stay, he'll dump that on goal. And even a shot from the neutral zone is a tough one when it's off the stick of Jared Stay. He's got a couple on the night, looking for that hat trick. Draw one, and that goes back to Kelly Summers. He gets it out quick, and it goes up into the mesh. He was pressured by Mark Beckstead on that one. Home at the draw against McKenzie. Straight over to Stay, but it goes back to Summers. A shot through a screen. I have no idea, A, how the puck got through, and B, how Levi Mitchell saw that one. But he did, and he'll hold on for the face-off. Face-off, one for the Mustangs. Goes back to Kelly Summers. He'll drill it off the glass. We'll go up into the mesh again. Summers ripped it. It was slowed down in front of the net, and it dribbled its way to Levi Mitchell. He'll hold on for the and they'll do it for a third time in 4 seconds. Shot through, and he fired it far side and just wide. And that's picked off, and a 2-on-1 ensues. Coming in on the left side, Mark Beckstead, but Kelly Summers' defensive IQ is second to none. Flips it out, try and get it out of the zone. was picked off. And will Kelly be the guy? Yeah, he usually is. If something doesn't work out absolutely perfect for him, he's usually the guy to send it up. This time it's to McDade. He'll snap a shot and it goes into the corner and stays there on the half wall. Sends it back below McDade, and there's Beckstead in there first, avoids the oncoming hit. Jacombe on the wall, and Beckstead was hoping for that. Stay puts a shot on. McNaughton in behind the net, doing a little flip play, and it's knocked down off the boards and out to center. Jacombe trying to stop up, but a nice play there by Ethan Pegg. He was in my opening. 200-foot player. That pass over to Cole Bolton connects. Tries to get it around Conink, and he does. Along the wall by the Zamboni door. It's dug out by Lalonde. Mishandles that one there as it bobbled on him. He'll send it over to the near side here. Then Schubert comes out to play it. Backhands it off the wall, and Bolton there to play this one, knocked down. Back to the blue line. Sent off the glass and deep inside the Madawaska Valley zone. Rook trying to play it. Picked off to the slot. You can't knock it down. Off to the races is Blake Menard. What a great play. Menard in on a breakaway. Backhander stopped by Mitchell. Menard into the slot again. Chance there for Harris. McDonald comes in late to try and pick it up. Club sandwich type hockey here for Barry's Bay. One right after another. That pass over and a great feed. Trying into the slot there for Isaac Barr. He's actually been quite quiet in this game. The Wolves have really slowed down his offensive game. Sent to center. The pass over to Harris. Across the blue line. I got to meet him at the Christmas party, Ben Harris. Gave him props for the great job that he did in the opening frame to get his guys going. And resulted in the big W, and somebody is hurt by the Mustangs bench. And I didn't see a penalty on the table. I did not actually see what happened, James. I don't know if you did. No, he didn't either. What does that say? The Heart's in the way. 2-1 in the second period. Maple Leafs, wow. It could be 9 of 11 points. I really hope he's all right. That's Lalonde over there. Slow to get up. Took a spill. I think he's all right. I think he's just shaken up over there. Out of town scoreboard. Bulldogs leading the Sabres 5-2. And the crowd gives them an ovation. Bluebirds leading the Irish 7-4. The Barncats have come out now with a 4-0 lead over the Royals. And the Mariners starting to pull away from the Rivermen 6-1. The Lakers 5-2. And they're looking for their first win of the season. They lead the Halton Hills Coyotes 5-2. That would be a big win for the Lakers. The draw to the left of Levi Mitchell was won by the Wolves. Toe drag chance, shot in front, and Mitchell had to be sharp on that one. Frustration now starting to come to the top of the water here for South Stormont. Draw. Scrum draw back to the blue line. Sent in behind the net, a big hit. That's knocked down to the blue line, but not out. After him, big time there was Shoemaker. The blue line and chip back in low. Romleski threw it out in front of the net, knocked away, and out through center they come. Isaac Barr, the fake shot. Toe drag and rifles that one high off the glass. Romleski took a big hit there. Poirier head up the whole way and hard pass to Romleski. He knocks that down. He needs a line change. Sent that over to LaRonde. Isaac Barr as Quentin Rook gave him a swat. And coming in for support was Yannick Lalonde on that one. What a hit by Nolan Rook, sorry. The pass, slot, shoots and scores! There's the hat trick.
And Jared Stay keeps finding the back of the net on a beautiful pass. And it's now 7-3 Barry's Bay. Well, they just keep coming. This home ice is something else for Barry's Bay. The draw is one back. And the Wolves looking for more. For South Stormont fans, you can tell that they are definitely looking for the Mustangs to get their gears going for the playoffs. And that's a goal. There's no assist given yet, but it's Stay from McDade. And that beautiful setup. Because South Stormont is a team that has.
Assisted by number 12, and 76,
Yeah, there's the assist now. I think it was Sinclair as well. We'll figure that out. But yeah, they just have not been able to string a lot of wins together. A shot and a nice glove save by Van Schubert. Yeah, it's been a busy appendage for him tonight. He's made some beauties. So now that's 3 goals and assists for Jared Stay on the night. McDade has been incredible as well tonight. 2 goals and 2 assists now. McNaughton, he's got a goal and assist in Summers with his 2 assists on the night. That's along the half wall. Sent to the point. The shot through a screen, and it's kicked out by the D. Along the wall, Cole Bolton. Good bodies here to try and move that puck. The backhand pass out of the reach of Kelly Summers. Summers sends that over into the corner. Flipped out through center. It's back for South Stormont in their own zone. So Stormont, that hard pass through center. Too hot to handle. Summers sends it up the middle of the ice. And South Stormont will retreat. Try it again. A one-handed pass, trying to get it down low. McNaughton will send it into the corners. He needs a line change. Ben Harris was after that quickly, but Levi Mitchell there to cover that one up. Hold on to the faceoff. 14:29 to go here in the third period. And a request from James and I, please somebody get a pizza joint that stays open till 11 o'clock in this area. My goodness me. Vito's is in this area, but they close so early that after every game, we drive about an hour and 45 minutes back to even just the 401 or so to try and find a food joint to get to before we get home, because it's a good 3-hour drive from here and it's late at night, so there's nothing on the way to 401. Face off to the right of Levi Mitchell. Oh, James. Looks like we dropped. No, never mind. That's in behind the net. McDonald stands his man up, which creates this turnover. McDade keeps it in, tried to send it down. Oh no, center ice, Rook and Sinclair run into each other, and that can be the worst hits of an entire game, is when teammates run into each other. And here's Isaac Barr. He's got wheels going now to the slot, tried to kick it back over to Barr. That's picked off. Slot, glove save by Van Schubert. They need a line change pretty bad. That collision at center ice was deadly. You might not have seen it because it was so far behind the play. Did you?
I saw the end of it.
Holy Dinah. Wow. I hope they're all right.
Look, that one guy's already fell on his tailbone.
That
hurts a lot. I saw that guy fall on his tailbone over there at the end of the play.
Oh yeah, it does.
That hurts.
Yes, it does. Sylvia knows a lot about that. Falling down during figure skating. She's trying her triple Lutzes, and well, the bruises are a war medal for figure skaters. Something I could never ever do, let me tell you that much. Kira and Sylvia really giving it their all on the toe pick blades of fury. Woo, that just missed Mark Beckstead's snout there, and that'll come back to Dylan Clement.
Pass over. Clement was not happy with that as Jared Stay rung that around the boards. And now wheeling out through center is Brendan Jacombe. Sifts that off. Pass over. Beckstead. Toe drag, and a great defensive play there to block that. Send it all the way back to the South Stormont zone. Through the neutral zone. Mark Beckstead drop pass. He'll get the give and go to him. Head up the whole way. Mark Beckstead snapshot stopped by Van Schubert. Off the glass of the blue line. Clement sees Stay coming. Hits him along the wall, and he wanted a penalty on that one. None coming. That is going to be an offside just outside the Barry's Bay zone. Stay not happy with Clement going over to the official and asking for a penalty, and that's why this is happening right here. You could see it after the hit. He went right over to the official. He just asking him why it wasn't a penalty. Stay didn't like it. Gave him a shot after the whistle, and this ensues. Might be a power play for the Mustangs. Who knows? See if we can get you some updates around the league as this melee is going on. The Bulldogs now are jumping in front of the Sabres 7-2. 7-5 Bluebirds and the Irish. 4-0 Barncats and the Royals. Mariners in control over the Rivermen, and the one I'm watching it with intent, and it is the Woodstock Lakers still leading 6-2 over the Halton Hills Coyotes. You've got to love that, and they're out shooting them 54-34 as well. You know, nothing against Halton Hills, but it's nice to see a team break an offer. It is a power play for South Stormont. That's sent along into the corner, back to the blue line. Shot through by Clement. And Summers will pick it up behind the net and send it 200 feet down the ice. Levi Mitchell leaves it there for his defenseman. Kelly Summers will backhand it back inside the zone, and they'll have to regroup. Pass over. That's in behind enemy lines, and a chance and a shot, and Van Schubert is just unreal with positioning. Gets himself to the top of the blue paint and doesn't allow a lot of room to go top shelf, bottom shelf, or anything. And he makes a lot of saves look easy, but he's made about 6 absolutely phenomenal saves tonight, as I like to call them 10 bellers. A nice play by Enright to take a man out. Summers drills that down, and McDade, a shot stopped by Levi Mitchell. Oh, McDade having an incredible game tonight. On the scoreboard a couple of times with an assist as well. Long ice pass. That's right on Van Schubert. And he's going to try and get it out, but he flubbed it. It's his first missed pass of the night. He's really put a lot behind every play he's made to play the puck, and that one there could have been a travesty. Sent in around the glass. To the other side, kicked in by Beckstead. Menard bodying his man along the wall. Jacombe sends it back to the point, throwing it towards the net, and that was blocked by Cole Bolton. He had a Tilly there earlier on tonight. Behind the net, and back to the point it goes to Mark Beckstead. The power play is just about over. Beckstead turning away from that. Connick down low, trying to find an open area. Jacombe walks out, and Van Schubert stayed with him the entire way, and he made sure nothing came of that one. That's going to be sent down 200 feet and tumbling for an icing. 10:09 remaining, 7-3 Barry's Bay. Draw to the right of Bradley. Van Schubert back to the point. Sent through. It's knocked down in front of the net. Chance again, and it was just out of the reach of Yannick Lalonde.
hits just keep on coming for both teams. Sent rink wide. Here comes Clement. Scored! He beat him short side. And a groan from the crowd and one from Van Schubert as well, as he's been so great. And a snipe shot there beats him. One he would definitely like to have back. And it's 7-4. South Stormont. Barry's Bay. So Stormont scores. Hope you're enjoying it at home, folks. It's been a very entertaining 60 minutes of hockey. And it ain't over yet. 3 goals and we're all knotted up. We've had a couple shootouts already this season. Are always entertaining. Durham and whoa, Lapine was there to set up for the big hit. Good help from the bench. To the corner now. Trying to dig it free. Barry's Bay would be fine if that stayed there for 9 minutes and 20 seconds. Trying to dig it out. Trying to send it along the wall and he can't. Move the puck along the wall and that goes into the neutral zone. That's passed up. And a penalty coming to Andrew McDonald, I think is who he's pointing at. It's behind the play, so I didn't see it. Barry's Bay will go back to the kill. And South Stormont, the man advantage. With 8:59 to go, a 2-goal lead. If South Stormont can score here, is not insurmountable. Indeed, Cheryl. The scrum draw. Sent off the wall and down the ice it goes. Behind the net of Levi Mitchell. And South Stormont would love nothing more than a quick goal here. Sent in around the boards. Comes all the way back to the point. Pass over. Connects. Shot. Syatt can't get that to go through. McNaughton sends it down the ice. Levi Mitchell will come out to play it. In behind the net and the pass over. Connects. Pass up. Knocked away by Summers. He's trying to get through. Can't get his stick free. He finally does and sends it off the back of the net. And a holding penalty is going to come to Keenan Messiah. I mean, you've got to really almost put a rope around him, Arthur Morgan style, to stop Kelly Summers from breaking in on a play like that. A rope from John Marston just ain't going to do it. You've got to have the Arthur Morgan-esque rope to take Summers down. That's basically what he did, and that's what resulted in the 2-minute minor. McDade at the draw. I mean, this is really good compliments here as they bring out McDade, who's having a great game tonight, and right to his right, but in front of the net is Jared Stay, and at the point is Kelly Summers for the Barry's Bay Wolves. Minute 14 remaining in McDonald's penalty. Stay comes out from the corner, dropped it off for Enright. He'll send that back to Kelly Summers. He'll keep it from coming out across the blue line. Him and Summers and Stay switch. Sends it over to Stay. What a pass that was. Back over to Kelly Summers. They're playing keep away to the slot. Enright over, and he just was poke checked at the last second. Couldn't get all of it. And a nice save there by Levi Mitchell. I was hoping she'd hear that. I don't know if she agrees, but I just think that Morgan's a little better than Marston at the rope and tie-in. He's got a great craft. Onus is in on it, and Marston's more like a drunken fool. Draw to the left of Mitchell with Mackenzie Pegg. I think that's Menard out there on the right D, and Rook on the left side. Countering that with Hope. Isaac Barr here along the wall, as well as Lalonde. And now with the puck is Conning. Waits for someone to get open. That's across the line. Isaac Barr, the pass over Hope. Half wall sent down low. Lalonde, slot chance there, and a great save by Van Schubert, and that caught him somewhere uncomfortable as Van Schubert is in some discomfort. I think it might have caught him just below the pad on the right arm, maybe in the belly. It's hard to tell. We hope he's all right. As we said in the opening, it's his first game back in a Barry's Bay uniform in quite some time. And he was big for the Wolves in the playoffs and the later stages of last season. And he will tough it out. Big time. I know as a goalie it hurts a lot because you're not expecting to feel anything when the puck hits you. You're just expecting to feel a thud or what have you. And when it does hit skin, it is that shock to the system coupled with pain. And Schubert puts some dirt on it and moves on, as my mother would say. Yep, he's still in there. We will be off the air before we see the Woodstock Halton Hills games final, so that's terribly unfortunate. And this has been an action-packed game. Usually is what happens with an 11-goal game. Summers pass over to Enright. Back to Summers. They now have a power play for 47 seconds. Trying to get across the blue line. It's poked away, but Enright will pick that one up. The drop pass to stay, leaves it for Enright. He gets beyond Jacombe, trying to get through the corner, and he can't, but the Wolves still pick it up. Kelly Summers fakes the shot. That one went through, and Levi Mitchell steps out of the blue paint to snare that one as Cody McNaughton was trying to hunt that puck down. No. That's back down inside the zone. And they're out. Jared Stay with speed. Across the line, the pass over to the dot. The shot, the score! It's 8-4. Double the lead again. A great play and a great goal. And it just keeps rolling here in Barry's Bay. Face off is won, and so Stormont will come through the zone and try to get back in this one in the late stages. And a penalty coming. And could this be another tilt? LaRon this time. I don't know who the Wolves guy was. I couldn't see it.
Wolves goal scored by number 12, Brett McKenzie. Assisted by 17, Jared Stay.
And that is that's Jake Sinclair. He was not happy. Huh. I tell you, it's always exciting here from the Paul Yakabuski Arena. They never disappoint. And this is going to be a great finish. It's 8-4 now. Yeah, it's 8-4. They haven't changed their score. I was going to say, I thought it was 8-4 now. What's going on?
That's the only time that's ever happened.
Yeah, it is. There we go.
every time it's me, I forget a couple goals.
It
Halfway
happens.
through the game, I got
One goal. It's not a couple. So on the night, Jared Stay with 3 goals, 2 assists. Owen McDade, 2 goals, 2 assists. The goal and an assist for Cody McNaughton and Brett McKenzie. 2 assists for Kelly Summers on the night, and Andrew McDonald netting 1 of his own. Bradley Van Schubert has come back into the nets for the Madawaska Valley Wolves. He stopped 26 of 30 at the other end of the ice. Levi Mitchell stopping 26 of 33 to this point. Goal and assist for Brandon Jacombe. Keenan Messiah with 2 assists along with Yannick Lalonde. A goal for Dylan Clement, Michel Poirier, and Taylor Widemeyer. A great game, folks. We hope you're enjoying it wherever you're watching it from. The shot through a screen. Van Schubert had to be quick on that one, as barreling to the net was Zachary Poirier, and he was kept out by Quentin Rook. Face off inside the zone. Poirier setting up. Got Hope at the point. Conning on the other point. Sills as well nearby here. 5 on 4 for 5 on 5. Okay, I can see the Mustang back inside of his zone, almost inside his own blue line. Hope. Snapshot stopped by Van Schubert. The rebound into the slot. Knocked away by Romleski. Into the corners, Laurent digging away. The puck comes loose to the point now. The shot blocked there. Chance again, and it goes up and into the air. Shoemaker, a nice block at the blue line. The puck is into the corner. Back to the blue line it goes. Hope shot through, and that'll just miss the far side. Shoemaker battling along the wall. The puck comes out, crosses the blue line. 5 minutes and 10 seconds remaining here in the third. Sending that to the neutral zone. Bryant trying to move it inside the line. He'll get another chance here in a 2-on-1 chance. Bryant shoots, and a great save by Van Schubert, 6 feet outside the blue paint to take away any angle. He had to score. The blue line shot through, and that's knocked down in front of the net. The puck still hasn't landed yet. Rook will play that out of his equipment. Cole Bolton along the wall to Andrew McDonald. 2 Mustangs in there against Bolton. They'll win that battle. Back to the point now, stepping in. The shot, and he gets a blocker on that one. Sends it up into the glass. Andrew McDonald chips that in the South Stormont zone. Back pass by Clement again. Pass over and out. Chipped into the zone, and Isaac Barr in after that one. But Rook will play that behind the net. And bodies are hitting again. Even though it's a big lead for Barry's Bay, both sides still coming out with the physicality. It's never stopped. Rook tried to send it ahead to Stay. Now send that in around. Going in after it. It's McKenzie. Sent along the wall and out through center ice again. Rook from Lapine. Stay over to McDade, trying to sift that over to McKenzie. Wheeling is Jacombe behind the net. The wrap, and a great defensive play to force him outside. And out through center comes McDade. The shot hits a stick. That'll go in behind the net. The dot, and out through the neutral zone. Jacombe trying again. This time he blew a tire. Summers sends that the blue line for Stay. He needs a line change. 3 minutes to go in the third. The blue line and across and in. Conning trying to throw that into the slot. That's chipped down the ice. That'll go right to Levi Mitchell. He'll leave that for Poirier. Trying to hit the blue line with a nice pass. Got caught up in his feet. Sent over, and they're out. Peg Comes in, shot, and a great save. The rebound was right in the slot. Couldn't find it. Along the wall and in. Now again, Conning trying to find someone in the slot. He found him. But then Schubert found the puck. Hope. Pass over, shot from the point. It just goes wide. Bolton hit along the wall. Barr, he's now hit by Enright. The point from Conning to Hope. The shot, a good block there by Ethan Pegg. Summers leaves it for McNaughton to Enright. Back around. Bolton is trying to move that over to Pegg. Pegg gives it to Isaac Barr. It's been a shift where they have really went after number 7 for South Stormont. He's a tough character, staying right with it through the mid-ice area, trying to hit Bryant. Behind the net it goes. The half wall. Rook the pass over. Keeps the line for Shoemaker, and a shot stopped by Levi Mitchell. Shoemaker in the corner, trying to come out with it. Laurent bodied along the wall, back to Rook at the point. The sent over to Menard. Menard sent through a bunch of traffic, and it's picked off. Yeah, he's a speedy, talented hockey player. Number 7, Isaac Barr for South Stormont, and Barry's Bay has really taken it to him in the last few minutes of this period. I think he had just had enough, and he'll go off 2 minutes with 46 seconds to go in the period. But, you know, you've got to go after the great players on the opposition to get them frustrated. And Isaac Barr is a guy that took it for quite a while, let me tell you. And it's the same thing. They try and go after Summers and stay, and that they're just quick and big and hard to get a hold of. Kelly Summers at the point. Turn away from any bit of traffic to Stay. What a pass. My goodness. Tried to walk out. Stay will get there again. Rifle one. And Levi Mitchell will make a nice save on that one.
Mustangs penalty to number 7, Isaac Barr. 2-minute score, slashing.
Thank you again, Cheryl. We love bringing these games to you, and we're glad that you enjoy it as well. This one's all but done. 8-4 lead for Barry's Bay with 30 seconds remaining here in the final frame. Barry's Bay closing in on that 10th win of the season. Next weekend, North Dundas on Friday. Barry's Bay Wolves will be hosting them. We may have that one for you on NPHL Central. McKenzie, the pass over backdoor into the slot, and McDade just couldn't sift it home to the point. Summers to the dot, tried to go around him with Stay, and that is going to do it from Barry's Bay as the Wolves topple the South Stormont Mustangs 8-4. The final shots on goal in the game. 35-33 in favor of Madawaska Valley. Third period summary. Jared Stay from Owen McDade and Brett McKenzie. Dylan Clement from Caden Bryant and Yannick Lalonde. And Brett McKenzie from Jared Stay and Cody McNaughton. And that is your final from Paul Yakabuski Arena. My 3 stars. Third star I would have to give to Cody McNaughton, especially for that fight in the first period. Got them going. Then Owen McDade, his 2 goals and 2 assists. He was a lightning rod out there. And then Jared Stay, the hat trick, 3 goals and 2 assists on the evening, salted it away for the Barry's Bay Wolves. So another successful drive to the Madawaska Valley to bring you this live game from the Paul Yakabuski Arena. And again, folks, we thank you all for tuning in. Yeah, great game. We will drive safe as well. Again, we thank you for tuning in, folks. We love bringing it to you.
Yep.
And we hope you love it as much as we do. For James and myself, NPHL Central, bye for now.